graduate, he will be one of your most people. Maybe send an email, maybe a phone call for someone from his team, and he says communities and schools. Please do not have Mr. Avery have to call me and say, Kendra, where is Paige? And I just talked to Paige right. Kendra, where is Malaysia? And I just talked to her last Tuesday. Answer the phone. This is a choice. Okay? I'm not going anywhere before you graduate. But when you do, I need you to know Ms. Diop is still with you, communities and schools is still with you, and that is what we are about to get from Mr. Avery today. Make sense? Once you graduate, you have an option to join the alumni, which you'll hear more about. Again, that is a choice. So if we choose to do it, I expect you to be engaged and participate, just as you do with me. Make sense? Because the goal is for us to assist you continue to reach your goals beyond Morrow High School, beyond Clark Atlanta. Make sense? Mr. Avery, you got it.
We're proud of here too.
Yay.
I really appreciate y'all this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy birthday. That's what's up. It's your birthday. It's Friday Eve, right? Happy New Year to y'all. Real quick, I'm gonna get on my computer. I'm gonna get y'all to sign in with a QR code. And I'm gonna bring up.
You can. Now, Adrian, I don't know how to make it do its thing.
They do. What's better with a real slave bison?
You said
Log in. 001.
Full specs wrong.
The student login is 003 student.
Somebody can sponsor the same way.
Oh, Amika. Thank you. Y'all know why I told you? That wasn't my thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Diop, for printing these out for me.
You are most welcome.
Go over just. Like I do have my anti-aging company.
You should know this.
That work? Why? There you go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and start with introductions. Like I said, he'll be here. He should be here within the same time. Once we get started. All right. So again, good morning. Happy Friday Eve. I am Quentin Avery. I am the College and Career Success Manager for Communities and Schools in Atlanta. I was currently a site coordinator. I used to be a site coordinator like Ms. Diop over at Forest Park High School. And transitioned to the program manager overseeing the Clayton County High Schools, now transitioning to the College and Career Success Manager, being that, implementing right on time, implementing different things for you all as seniors and students looking to go on into a career path. All right, so again, we're just here to do just some introduction to give you all some tools. All right, understanding that after you graduate high school, you'll be entering either the military, the workforce, or the educational field, all right? So today we're just here to give you all some tools. I know you have your counselors, I know you have your DIOP, I know you may have a graduation coach. Again, you can never get too much information, all right? So we just start with some introductions. Make sure we have some different snacks and prizes throughout this time. So while we're doing our introductions, kind of listen to, what we're saying and different things, so we're just asking different questions, all right?
Good morning, everybody.
Kimari Avery. I'm originally from Detroit, raised in Atlanta. I have 2 kids, one boy, Elijah, and a daughter, Ava. Some of my hobbies, I like to read, I like to journal, I like to game, and I actually play football. I'm here temporarily until next month. I'm playing in a pro league called the UFL, it's called the United Football League, so I'll be there next month. I got my education, started out at University of Louisville, and I ended my 4-year degree at Bethune-Cookman University. I got my bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies, and I got my minor degree in communication.
No.
Now, listen. It's just these are the team members that we have part of our team. But I'm a product of Atlanta Public Schools, where I went to Frederick Douglass High School. After graduating high school, I went off to college and played baseball on an academic scholarship and an athletic scholarship at Payne College in Augusta, Georgia. Became a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated and also graduated. Went off later on, received my master's from Belhaven University in leadership. Some of my hobbies is coaching baseball, collecting shoes, and still actually playing baseball. I coach baseball at Forest Park too. I don't know if none of y'all fellas play baseball, but I still coach at Forest Park. I have a daughter, 10-year-old daughter. She loves to dance. This is actually it's me and a couple of our alumni students that's currently, they're just like y'all. They're actually in high school now, but they're currently in currently in college doing great things. So again, today, like I say, we just wanted to speak to you all, and towards the end, we'll have Kamari give his background. He has a compelling story of why he's actually here today and how community and schools has helped him since he was been in high school, matriculating through college, and now being a professional football player. So at the end, we'll have him, Kamari, tell his little story a little bit. But today, real quick, while we're doing this session, if you all can look at one of those sheets that we brought out today was the checklist. I'm just gonna look at it. You can look at the checklist for me. We understand that last semester, like I said, y'all have a graduation coach, a senior counselor. These probably help y'all do different things. Y'all probably been doing stuff all last semester. But if you look at this checklist, this is the checklist for you all to use and make sure that you all have everything that you all need upon graduation. Whether if it's school transcript, recommendation letter. So if you all can I give y'all about 5 minutes. Just get a pen, get a pencil, and check off everything that you have done on this form. Check off everything that you have done on this form. All right, so this class, it's a school, so I hope y'all got a pen or a pencil. All right, so just check. I'm gonna give y'all maybe about 4 or 5 minutes. There you go. Give y'all maybe about 4 or 5 minutes just to check off what you have done. College choices. Have you made a college choice? Check it out. All right, so I'll just try to give y'all a little time to go through that. Because again, we're here today to give you all the tools to be successful. I gotta do it now. How long has school been in now? 2 years, 3 years? Second year. Well, like crap. It took me forever. Yeah, I didn't know to come up here though. I knew when you told me, I don't know where, like how to get here. When I told her, she brought me up here. Hey, brought me up here. I'll give y'all a couple more minutes so y'all good. Anybody need a couple more minutes? All right. Anybody? Young lady, go ahead. ahead and share just some of the things that you, well, what are some things you don't have checked off? It's January, spring semester, all y'all seniors?
Yes.
What you don't have checked off?
What do I don't have checked off?
Mm-hmm.
College choices.
College choices. So would you not have any college choices? Are you looking to go to college after high school? Not sure. So that may be why you don't have it checked off. So what are your, I know Ms. Dion kind of talked about it earlier, and I kind of briefly talked about it, but again, after you graduate high school, we look for you all to enroll, the 4 E's, enroll, enlist, entrepreneurship, or employment. So in your case, you're looking still, out of those 4 E's, you need to decide which one, which one you need to do, or which one you want to do. Anybody else want to share, my man right here, what you got, what you don't have checked off? Can you for asking, what else? I can't hear you.
Scholarship, that's it.
Okay, you're looking to apply for some schools, so you need to write some essays. I mean, for your scholarships, again, FAFSA just opened up, right?
Who was that, Bryce?
We
Bryce,
got
you
it.
don't have scholarship, that's
I mean, I did one.
Okay.
Okay. Get them, Ms. Dion. What about you? Yeah, because if you got it checked out, y'all good. We just need to make sure we trying to see if, man, you don't have FAFSA checked out, you need to do your FAFSA application, right? All right, so now we know what we need to do for this semester. What about you? I can't hear you. Determining your major for school. That's a good one to have. That's a kind of a good one to have still right about now, because also too though, if you don't know your major, how you know what kind of school you want to go to? Because again, if you don't know your major, you want to make sure these schools that you all are choosing have the schools have the major y'all want to go to, right?
But you can not know your major when you get to college. Your major might change. When I went to school for, I didn't graduate. I didn't go to school for that.
That's a good point. I went to school as I went in as an international business major and left as a mass comm major. I'm gonna have y'all do this real quick. Actually, just making sure that you all go out and make sure y'all have everything that y'all have on this checklist. All right. And the next form, if you look at, before we go into the alumni association, we're talking about anybody want to share. We're talking about 4 E's. Anybody interested in after they graduate high school, going straight into employment? Raise your hand. Straight to employment and fine school. Got you. Anybody straight into entrepreneurship? Okay, straight into enlisting, military. All right, so I'm assuming when I ask you the next question, everybody hand already. So everybody enrolling in a 2-year or 4-year school after high school. Sounds about right. So this paper right here is way more important to you all as well too. All right, so the first thing on there is talk about what, excuse the black and white, we're gonna get it in the cup. What we talking about what? Let me say it on there. Now give me some feedback, talk to me. Choosing the right school. What do you do to go about choosing the right school as a student?
As a student, what I did was determine if I want to go to HBCU, and then I determined where I want to go to school. First, United States, I want to stay in the South. And then from there, I just went on ranking, saying if they had my intended major.
Sound about right. All right, that's perfect. Location. Did you say cost?
I did.
Location, cost, major. What else are those key points? Major, cost, location, rural areas, different things. What about you? What are some things that you look at for choosing your right school? I'm gonna come back to you real quick.
Cost, location, what's around the location.
I'm gonna come back to you too. What your top school?
My top school is Zula, Xavier University in Louisiana.
I knew the acronym when you said it, I didn't know if nobody else was familiar with it. The only reason I'm familiar because we do have students that, we got students that actually go there. What about you, young lady? What's your top school?
I got a name for?
Huh?
I got a name for?
No, I said the top school.
Kennesaw, Augusta, and
Augusta University. It's a good school. I'm gonna shout Augusta out because I told them the pain and it's close. They say it's just too much. Now it's just Augusta State. Well, Augusta. It used to be called Augusta State when I was there, but Augusta University is a good school. It's like our rival school. Even though it's a big school, it's not an HBCU, but we was literally we hung out with them, did everything. So I give you, that's a good choice. What about cost consideration? Young lady right here. I'm sorry, she didn't even pay attention. Go ahead. I saw you reading. I thought you might have. The cost consideration. What do you, for your school? What is your choice of school?
I'm thinking of Georgia State or Kennesaw.
Okay, so what are the different cost What are the different costs between those different schools? It's a big difference.
I haven't looked at it.
You haven't looked, so you need to.
Yeah.
That's why we're here today. Because again, a lot of y'all may feel like, okay, yeah, I ain't getting shit, but again, like I say, your counselors, your senior advisor, Ms. Diop, I know they've been talking about these things with y'all, but y'all gotta get it done. Like my man right here gotta get his FAFSA done. He won't be to go to no school if he don't do his FAFSA, right? Or you won't be paying out spot, you know. But you know, it goes for all y'all. Can anybody share? I want you to share your top school, your backup school, and a safety school. I'm picking out. Y'all don't raise our hands.
Well,
But I appreciate y'all responding though.
my top school is North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
My backup school is FAM, and my safety school is Clark.
So, with me hearing that, is everybody familiar with what those different, and then when I say top school, backup school, safety school, do we all understand what those are? Then, somebody explain what your safety school is?
Backup school.
Go ahead.
Like, you don't get into the first two.
That's the school you feel like you can get in with your eyes closed. You got the money, you got the GPA, they already accepted you, they got your major, yeah. What about your backup school? What's a backup school? I mean, I know what your backup, you said it's FAM. Why is FAM your backup school?
Still. I mean, I'm just basing it off my top schools. So let's say I'm getting it, then my backup would be FAM.
So you know you can get it. Do you know you can get it FAM over NCAT?
Well, I feel like I could get into. I feel like I could get into FAM. I feel like I can get it in NCAT. I mean, I already got it in Clark, so that's why it's a safety.
Make it better. I know that a lot of these schools, and y'all may be familiar with, a lot of these schools are competitive when they talk about getting in school. And like I said, I'll let Kamari talk about his experience as well too. Once we finish going through this about attending the PWI and the HBCU. Can anybody tell me what PWI stands for? Which one you want? Can anybody tell me what HBCU stands for? Alright, so which one you want? Kit Kat, Blow Pop? Alright, one other thing, talk about this form real quick before we finish this out. Major decisions. Birthday girl, what school, what major would you like to go to? Okay. So now, with that type of major, what's a backup school for? Yeah, think about it. I know that it's gonna be competitive in Kennesaw State. So I don't know you all GPAs or anything like that, but I just know regardless, especially if you got a good GPA, it's even more competitive because a lot of students got 3.5s. I know that, right? A lot of students got 3.5s. A lot of students got 3.8s. But it's just more of the extracurricular things that you do, the scholarship that you do when you doing different things. It's money out there everywhere. Apply to college. Apply. Did anybody tell you what the month of November was?
No,
You trying to get out, can't you?
She ain't got her in here.
She thought she got to listen. What you will? It was no fee November. Did you all take advantage of that? So in that instance, you apply to schools. How many people have applied to the school and had heard them back? why do you feel like you haven't heard anything back? Did you complete the application? Did you send all your stuff in? So now what's your next step? So you know you send in your application. What do you feel like you should do next as a student that's looking to go to that school that you haven't heard nothing back? What do you think you should do?
Maybe email like the admissions
Reach
office.
back out, call. A lot of times getting them on the phone is it's better than email. All right. So we will do that. The last thing I want to talk about when we talk about Kamari is our alumni association, and I heard Ms. Diop talking about that as well too. And this is, and I'm gonna be honest with you and transparent with you. This is more of a development process as well too, as we continue to go through this and develop our alumni association, right? So in the interest of you graduate high school, we already talked about it. You're gonna do regardless one of the 4 E's. You're gonna get a job, which is employment. You're gonna be enlisted. You're gonna go to be enrolled, or you're gonna start your own business. But we already determined everybody in here, for the most part, are looking to enroll in a 2-year and 4-year school, right? So looking at this paper, that's what we talk about. The alumni program is designed to help you all after high school. Provide those tools and resources for you all still. In the interest of getting to school, supporting you with groceries, tuition assistance, scholarships, food, school supplies, everything, basic needs. But in the instance of, hey, when we do those things for you, those will be different things that we ask for you all too, because we have different virtual events that we host for our students. So we have students that's, across the United States in different schools. So we have virtual events every month for our students, for them, allowing them to engage with each other. Find out, hey, are you going to join this thing? Well, I saw you around campus. I didn't know you were a part of CIS. So students are connecting in various ways, starting their own little groups as they are on campus. Because once you go off to Xavier to that school, like I said, we have another young lady that goes to that school. We connect you with her. It's just different things like that. So again, we want you all to be aware of what we can provide to you all as a organization. All right, Community and Schools is here for you all after high school and beyond. All right, he's a standing demonstration of exactly what we're talking about. He was a student just like you all. Came to his high school, realized, what was going on, different things, helped him transition to college. Now, like I said, he's interning until he's go play professional football. So again, that's just one story. And I'm gonna speak about him because he's actually a Morrow alum. Ms. Diop, knows you all may know him, but Lawrence Omadeli, he's currently one of our outstanding alumni students. He's doing a lot of great things at Alabama State. He's actually a member of Make Top 5 Fraternity Incorporated, just like me. But he's a junior now at Alabama State, and he's been doing some great things at Alabama State, straight out of Monroe High School. He has a brother that goes here as well too. But again, in the service of Lawrence, he's actually has traveled with me to different conferences as an alumni student. So again, it'd be very beneficial for you all to be a part of this alumni association. Free program. Only thing we ask for students is engagement, and participation. I say engagement twice because it's needed, all right? Because we want to the point where, you may need that once you go to Xavier. It may be an instance where you need a book, all right? Hey, you reach out to us, we make sure you get a book. But we're gonna say, what's your name? Markeria. Hey, Markeria, we got a call coming up next week. We'll take care of it. Jump on this call and get this information. Hear this information. Hear about, because we hosted a mental health call, financial literacy calls. We'll be hosting for this month, we're actually hosting a virtual yoga session. Students return from the break. They probably had a stressed out break, or they just want to do something relaxing and get them into the mood for the next for this semester. So we'll be hosting a virtual yoga session. Students will jump on the call, turn their camera on, and just have a session with our virtual yoga instructors. All right, so we do different things for students to make sure you all feel supported, whether you are in Louisiana, whether you are at Alabama State or wherever in Augusta. So again, making you all feel supported. And like Ms. Diop said, if you get to a point where I reach out and say, hey, I ain't talking about Kyrie, I ain't talking to her, that shouldn't be the case, all right? Because again, we have team members that support you all and make sure you all are good. All right, y'all have any questions about anything? I know, like I said, just to pause my voice for a second and give you all some time to ask some questions about some of the things that we talked about. the college and career tools that you all got, and everything, all this is yours. Y'all can keep this. Take this to y'all, take that checklist to your counselor. Say, hey, this is what I got. Am I, in good shape for everything? Because again, the 6-digit school code, that's just a CEB code. A lot of y'all may not have that checked out, but y'all know y'all CEB code, right? Y'all heard what that is? The CEB code? No? No? Ms. D, y'all got CEB code?
No.
The code that y'all register for when y'all take an SAT or when y'all take a college, you know what I'm talking about. See, somebody know. But y'all can get
Do
that.
I know what it is, or do I know what the number is? I don't know the number.
You don't know the number, but you
No.
know what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you know what it is.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The number. So we'll get the number, y'all get that number. Y'all will need that number because that number identifies that you go to Marlboro High School when you doing college applications, even when you do the SAT. All right? Any questions? Comments? Concerns? I got some questions though, but that's what I wanted to hear y'all's first though.
What are our fears?
I have no, what are our fears?
I'm not gonna call anybody out, but I know that there are fears as we transition. What are the fears that communities and schools can settle for you now?
Great question. And I think y'all probably have more questions too once Kamari kind of give his spiel on, his story and going to PWI and HBCU. But what are some of those fears of, graduating high school, going away from school, going away from your mom's house, your dad's house? What are some of those things that y'all talk about?
So I want to go to Alabama State, and my mom always said she wanted me to stay close, but I kind of want to get some space. But at the same time, I want to be close enough, to her in a couple hours. But it's a little scary going away from home for a little bit.
You the only child?
I'm the middle kid.
I guess that could be, so you would say going away from home, that could be a thing. Young lady right here not coming to you.
I would definitely say money, just affording college. I got accepted into 14 colleges, but I don't know if I can afford them.
Scholarships, and so that's what we come back and things like that. Because you look at the other paper too, it talks about some of the things that you all should be doing in January. That's looking for scholarships and still applying for schools. You be next.
Things that are scary.
It's like how she said, leaving,
That you're comfortable, the comfort,
and just,
and money, of course.
Leaving and money, there's two things that you can make note of.
Becoming an adult, basically.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they. I was gonna get to that. Go ahead. Cause when you get out of the house, you're like, ah, man.
I'm just very indecisive, I don't know for sure. I want to go, I want to stay close, but sometimes I want to go by myself.
So that was kind of how it was for me. I'm from Atlanta, really Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta, so I didn't want to leave. I didn't have to leave Atlanta. Going to Augusta was slow. I would come home every weekend. Until it got to a point where, to your point, young lady, I was like, you know what? I ain't going back to my mama's house. And I was straight, and I got to a point where I was comfortable with, being away from home. Granted, I was, in my mom's house for 18 years. However, I hadn't been back since, so it could be a different thing with different people, you know what I mean? So my thing is finding your, choosing the right school. Because you get there, you get down there, you're like, man, I don't even like it. I got a student right now, transferred from Brandeis University. First of all, I'm like, girl, why you even go there? It costs a lot. It's in Ohio. She came back and then she had Clinton State. You know what I mean? But she's still in school, but she understood that it was a culture shock for her. She's a African American young lady, gets to school where she's at a predominantly white institute. And it was just a culture shock for her. She had to come back home. Alright? So I'm not gonna keep talking. I know y'all probably have more questions. Like I said, I let Kamari kind of tell his story, his spiel. But before I do that, can anybody tell me what school I went to? What school I graduated? College I graduated from. What you want? Okay. But now you go ahead, Kamari.
What was interdisciplinary study.
Necessary study, and then the minor was in communication.
All right. You
Tell
want?
tell them your spiel, which one you want? Oh. Tell them your spiel of, being first of all, being a high school athlete, transitioning to being a college athlete, going off to a big school. Tell us about your experience as a college athlete at a PWI, as well as, HBCU, and, as a student. Well, let me just say athlete. Tell us your experience as a student athlete, because you were in the classroom as well, too.
All right, so coming from high school to the predominantly white institution, it was kind of challenging. Even though I did go to great high school with all different color races and everything, it was like the schoolwork at first. I had to write essays. I will write crazy essays, 10-page essays. I never did that until I got to college, and I was just like, as a freshman, I procrastinated with everything. So I would say do not procrastinate. But as a college athlete, it was kind of easier for me because at the PWI, it's just like, you play football, here you go. But y'all regular students, y'all don't play football or none of that. So y'all would have to do that. And I say, my biggest thing was procrastinating. Even though I was a college athlete, I still had to do the work because I still had to get the grades. But I did have a little lenient ways. I'm gonna fast forward. Everything was given to me at the PWI. But when I got to the HBCU, it wasn't none of that. Even though I played football, I was just this big at the HBCU. It's I had to do everything for myself. I had to do my own work. I had to work a job. At the PWI, I didn't have to work a job. I was getting paid from the school. I was on full-ride scholarships at both schools, but it's just at the HBCU, we're not funded like the PWI is. So I would say that. And I just it's real at the HBCU. It's you get the real world experience. Like I said, I never worked a job until I got to an HBCU. So it was just taught me how to become a young man at the time. I would say with the community and schools, it actually helped me out a lot because I've been through a lot of my life. Even in high school, my mom, she ended up leaving because she had to go take care of her mom. She left me with the apartment, but things had happened. And community schools, they came out to my school. Frank Brown, the CEO of community schools, they actually helped me, man. I was homeless, basically, in high school, and they set me up with housing, food. I was able to graduate and go to college. And even in college, when I got into the situation when I went to Louisville and I transferred and made that transition, like I said, I had to work. And working in school is kind of I never did it before. I was always a football player, so having a job, and I wasn't able to pay rent one summer, and I had to take summer classes, and it was kind of a distraction. But when I reached out to community schools, they helped me with that, and I graduated college with a bachelor's degree.
I always talk about it. We do these sessions a lot, and I always find out, not necessarily something new about him, but I met him as a senior in high school, just like you all. And we would go around. I'm just trying to get this QR code, just why you sign beautiful?
Yeah, I got you.
And just had him. It's just a sign sheet. It's gonna talk about. It's gonna ask you all to choose one of those 4 E's as well too. It's gonna talk about those backup school, your top school, backup school, and as well as in your information. Because again, the Alumni Association is for you all. All right. So once you all graduate high school, it's a free program to be a part of. But again, just meet him as a senior in high school. And I bring it up because I feel like he's okay with me kind of talking about it, but he has an amazing story. I mean, he told you all the PG version. I'll say that, all right? Because again, understand that everybody in life has struggles. This young man has came a long way from high school as being students like you all. I'm gonna say one thing about him. He said he played football, but he didn't mention, and me saying this, like I said, he know it ain't nothing bad about it. He didn't mention the fact that he played his last year of high school on house arrest. All right? Understanding that going out there being a top athlete, going out to Louisville, he played high school football with an ankle monitor his senior year. All right, so again, he has a compelling story, and I know he'd be more comfortable at some point telling his own story. I don't want to tell his story. He actually has a documentary coming out as well, the community schools. We're developing and producing for him, directing for him. He has an amazing story. So again, remember his name, Kamar Avery. He actually will be starting, like I say, the SFL with UFL now next month. So again, he's an alumni just like you all can be. All right. So I want you all to make sure you all keep this information, hold this information down, remember this information, and understand that we're here to support you all after high school and beyond. All right. Any questions before we leave you all with our little thing? Any questions for me or Kamara just about our college experience? Again, I went to HBCU and I played baseball. Total different sport, total different, just total different everything. And I was a black student going to college playing baseball. That wasn't even expected. All right, so again, my experience was, a lot different. I was able to travel, go to different states and different places I had never been. So that was a great experience for me too, and I graduated. We both graduated. It's a difference between going to a school. A lot of people say, you went to Morehouse? No, I graduated. All right, it's a difference. It's a difference. You don't want to just be like, I went to this school. I didn't just go to Payne. I graduated from Payne. I'm actually, and I talked about it now, I said it yesterday, I was just inducted into the 40 under 40 Payne College class. So it's really like the Hall of Fame of my school. This was just different work that I've been doing throughout my career, throughout my time there at Payne. So that was just a major accomplishment for myself too. You know what I mean? But again, Payne College got me there. All right. So any questions for us about our experience, about some of the things that you all have, about the Alumni Association? We're here to answer you all's questions and be a support for you. Anything?
What scholarship were you able to get access to?
We have great question. We actually have a scholarship database spreadsheet, and what we do, what I can do to Ms. Diop, I can send that spreadsheet to Ms. Diop, and what that spreadsheet has, young lady, is just a list of different scholarships and the link to where they are. So what you can do is just go to that link and see how you can qualify for those scholarships. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, do this when you gonna get it or whatever, but we have, it's maybe like 20, 25 different scholarships. I can send it to Ms. Diop, and it's a link. Check on the link, and it's gonna tell you all the details of each of those scholarships. So Ms. Diop, make sure you remind me. What's your name, young lady? Get that from Mariah. Well, that's going to y'all, but we'll send it. Any other questions? Oh, I do want to talk about one thing too, though. The Ignite celebration. I saw you. I'm gonna get you. The Ignite celebration. So, we talk about the alumni, right? So we have a ceremony, basically a night ceremony. We actually be hosting that in June of this month. So like I say, that would be the only time that we'll ask you all to come somewhere. We'll do some different breakout sessions. We'll talk about some different tools and resources as well too. But on this day, you all will be inducted into the Alumni Association. Meaning like, when you graduate, you turn your tassel, same thing. You know what I mean? Once you graduate from high school, we're going to induct you into the Alumni Association. Makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're a part of something, all right? So we'll get that more information about it. I would like to see all you all there.
I would say take advantage of it though, man. It's a great opportunity for everybody. It ain't just about what they can give for you, but what they can actually help you become and do for you. It's actually networking. When you get to college, you go learn. Sometimes what you get your degree in is not what you're gonna be in life. So it's like all about networking. And like you can go through mental challenges in college and they one phone call away. Sometimes you can't get in touch with your parent. Sometimes your parents ain't available and they'll be available for you.
Cool. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'd like to look for all y'all to be at that night celebration in June. And like I said, we'll get more information. Y'all see me again for the school year out because we like to do these sessions at schools. We go around to these schools just at Forest Park yesterday. We go to another school tomorrow. We like to do these sessions at all our schools. So when we come back next time, we might bring the we actually just at Forest Park yesterday with the Georgia Student Finance Commission, the FAFSA people. So next time we come, it won't be me. It'll just be the FAFSA lady coming here. Make sure you got your FAFSA. Make sure your parents' information is correct. All right, so we'll make sure we'll set it up. So we need to set up a date for you all to do y'all FAFSA. I know y'all may have you counselors and stuff, but again, you can never get too much information. You had a question?
So based off your experience, would you say like HBCU is like way better than PWI?
Like I said,
I don't like it.
it's no bad because of PWI you could be successful. But me personally, my personal experience, I honestly felt like the HBCU, it taught me how to become like a man in the real world. My personal experience.
And I will say, You may hear all the time, PWIs are big schools. You have some small PWIs as well too. And you may feel like you hear HBCUs are small schools, but you have some big HBCUs. Bethune-Cookman is a big HBCU. FAMU are big HBCUs. Payne College is a small HBCU. Understanding that, you know, it really will be on you. So my experience as a student that came from Atlanta, Georgia, Frederick Douglass High School, a small HBCU was best for me. However, I was an athlete, I was a baseball player. Didn't have nobody come in here and tell me, when I say me, like me personally, I didn't know the difference between a Division I school and a Division II school. Any athletes in here? Do y'all know the difference between the Division I and Division II school? Okay, you say no, you say yes. So what's the difference between Division I and Division II school?
D1 school is basically bigger.
Okay. So give me an example of Division I and Division II.
Mississippi State, and then Clark is a Division II.
Exactly. So when I say I was a great baseball player, when I had Braves sitting down in my house, the Cincinnati Reds sitting down in my house with a contract in front of my face saying, hey, if I sign this right now, I may go into the 30th round. Baseball has like 50 rounds. I may get drafted the 30th round. However, if you go to college, get experience, we may draft you the third round. Okay, I'll just go to school. I'll go to college. That was my thinking, right? Understanding that, hey, I get down to this school, I'm like, I'm better than all these people, these way better than, why am I here? But hey, I got there and stayed there because I loved it. Once I got there, you know what, and realized baseball wasn't gonna be for the rest of my life, that's when I had to realize, I had to make a decision, like, what do I like? And it was either education or entertainment. And I chose education.
And college is
That's
what you
my
make it. I know you said you was like trying to steer the good way for your mom,
What you
but
make
it's
it.
literally what you make it. Don't go there trying to just have fun. It's cool to have fun, but I promise you, it's just what you make it though. But don't try to just like be a party girl and everything, cause just have fun though. Just have fun. Grow up. You get away from mom. Just let mom just have her. She done had you for 18 years. Just go to college and have fun. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Leave y'all with this. Y'all hear, when you hear somebody say, when you hear me say paper make paper, what that mean? Paper, I mean, it's just what you think it means, paper make paper. Money make money, what you say?
You gotta invest to make more money.
Gotta invest to make more money. What you think it say? What you think it mean?
In order to get larger amounts.
Somebody else had their hand. Paper make paper, what you think it mean? Birthday girl, you got paper, what you think it mean? All y'all right. All y'all right. But let me break it down in a more layman's terms, right? Y'all can be like, you graduate high school, you walk across the stage, and you get a diploma, they give you what? Piece of paper. Right? The diploma made out of a piece of paper. With that piece of paper, now I can go with I can go to school, but guess what? In school is the same thing. It's an application, it's a piece of paper. I gotta fill out a piece of paper. Same for a job application, piece of paper. Now my high school diploma will allow me to make some paper when I fill out this job application, right? Paper make paper. When I go to the military and they say, hey, now so-and-so, you are now sergeant, whatever, they gonna put it on a certificate. That certificate made out of what? Now with that paper, that certificate, now you can make more paper. Now I can say, hey, now I'm sergeant so-and-so, then my paper go up. I can do hair, I can do my homegirl hair right now. $20. Guess what? If I go get certified and get a piece of paper in doing hair, I can charge you what I really want to charge you. Alright? So take that with you all. Paper, make paper. Like, and I always like to say, but y'all see me on the street, y'all see me in Monroe, y'all see me again, like, hey, paper make paper. Baby, I promise you. How about when we left Forest Park, and this is a transparent in the moment. We left Forest Park yesterday. There was a young man, he got work release. He worked at Chick-fil-A. I went and sat and did my, had some calls. Young man was just in the session, I had just left at Forest Park. Walked up to me and said, paper make paper. I said, that made my day. Like, it was literally, it made my day. So again, I want y'all to understand that paper make paper, that goes for anything. That goes, even for me in my profession right now, I can go get some different certifications in leadership. I can go take a class and get this. They'll give me a piece of paper. Now my job got to give me. All right. So just remember, in anything, paper make paper, all right? I enjoyed y'all. Any like I said, any question for anything you got for them? We can give out a few more treats. Miss D, y'all got any questions for them? We can give out the treats or whatever. But I just want to say thank y'all for y'all time, letting us come. Y'all keep those resources. Take them, and use them. Y'all need my contact information? Give them Miss D. He'll be gone. We can't holler at the market. He about to go, make that paper. But guess what? With that paper, they sent you what? A piece of paper to sign. And it said how much paper he gonna be on me. Paper make paper.
But I would say going through this program it motivated me, and I'm starting my own nonprofit. So, but for mentoring, not what they actually do, but for mentoring, just get my story back, and motivational speaking, donating, but not what they do. They in the schools with them on the outside. But it motivated me to help our community as well, the youth.
Did everybody sign the QR code for me? Y'all saw those questions that was on there? Y'all put y'all information on there? Because again, now I got y'all information. I'm gonna go straight to my spreadsheet. I'm going in and say, I know. Now I ain't gonna know who is who, but y'all, they ain't gonna know. I say, hey, y'all, who is so they figure this out, and we can get it done. All right? I just hope you make sure y'all figure it out.
Avery, can you go through the other members of the team? It is important, I told them, when you leave, you hear these names and they're calling, I want you to know who they are when they call you. Don't block them, decline. I want you to hear these names, so when they're calling, you know this is communities and schools, and it is important for me to answer.
Yeah, that's a good point. We actually haven't done that before when we do these sets, because they come with us sometimes too. They was actually when they would come today. But Miss Jamia Bird, she's actually a site coordinator at Clarkston, and she's a part of the alumni team too. So she'll be reaching out to you all, checking in on you all, sending you all emails, inviting you all to those virtual calls. We got 300 plus students. I can't holler at everybody. Like, granted, I'm making a connection with you all right now because I'm in here. I can be like, hey, you remember when I came to your school and talked to you? You're going to say, yeah, because you're going to remember that. But she may not, when Ms. Bird called, you might be like, who is? And so I'm glad that Ms. D, I've been saying it because now y'all will know that, we do have other members of our team. So again, when I call y'all in May or June and invite y'all different stuff, don't hit me with Mr. Avery. I'm gonna say paper made paper. Oh! So again, but Ms. Bird, Jamia Bird, and Ms. Teresa Mullins. Teresa Mullins, and we'll have, she don't have a current picture of me, Mullins. She got a throwback on there. But Ms. Mullins, I'm gonna tell you something about Ms. Mullins, and you all hear about Ms. Mullins. Say you were assigned to Ms. Mullins. Ms. Mullins is gonna call you 100 times. Ms. Mullins is gonna make sure you good. Ms. Mullins is gonna say, hey, I sent you the email. Ms. Mullins is gonna call you. She gonna make sure that she reaching out to you. However, Ms. Mullins is a more seasoned person, so she may not necessarily know how to do the groceries when you go to Walmart and put it in the cart. So she's gonna have to call me. You know what I mean? So again, we do still have other people on our team that can assist you all. All right, so reach out to me, Ms. Mullins, Ms. Bird. Once you all graduate, so right now y'all got Ms. Dion, and just put everything on Ms. Dion. I'm telling y'all, put everything on Ms. Dion right now until you graduate. All right, when y'all graduate, I got you. We got you. And he gonna be gone. He gonna need me.
Still care about you.
But no, so we got me, Mr. Avery, Ms. Mullins, and Ms. Bird, and Kamari. So again, our team will grow as well too. But right now, that's currently our only 2 team members, and we got, like I say, 300 students that we have to check on. Sometimes, some of y'all, we forget about y'all sometimes. You go to Kansas State, I don't know. We got a student at the University of Kansas. And I appreciate y'all. All y'all signed the QR code, right? We good. Yeah. Anything else for us or while we here? Go ahead.
I just wanted to tell y'all, thank y'all for coming.
Okay. We got no thank you all here. Hey, what you no student. I mean, I'm pretty sure they appreciated it. The classes, the students appreciate it. Every time we leave, we always ask them, like, was it beneficial? And the students always say, yeah. But no student has took the time to say that, so we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Because, we go to a lot of schools, y'all. So. I'm gonna make sure I get my candy back.
I'm gonna need to grab one of those Snickers before you go.
We got other schools that we gotta go to.
Does this help?
Did they
How
help?
do you feel? Feel good.
Feel safe. Okay. You feel comfortable with, like you say, like Kamari said, when y'all get to college, make it your own. You know what I mean? You find your group. If you go to HBCU, of course there's gonna be a lot of black kids there, but everybody ain't your group. You know, fine.
You would like an HBCU though. I did love the HBCU more than I like the PWI because it's around people that you know. All right. And not saying it's a problem being around white people because you have to be around white people in this world, but it was just like it just made me feel more comfortable, like friend wise. It was just a great experience for me all around. But it is a lot of partying. I'm telling you.
I'm not even piggyback off him. PWI party more.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
just we don't see it because we're not in their.
You're not finna like.
We're not in their crowd, but they party even
They
more.
do. They party worse than
They
us.
party even
And
more.
to that point, when Mr. Avery said you make it is what you make it, you all already know when Ms. Dion graduated. So every time we have to have this debate. I am proud to say I graduated from Georgia State University, but I'm a different type of student. I'm a different type of person. What you see now is really who I was as you. I'm an only child. I lived in downtown Atlanta, just like Mr. Avery. I graduated from Hayes High School. His rival, he went to little Frederick Douglass, but it's okay. So it worked for me. I don't want to be out at the party. Y'all know, y'all still trying to help me with my iPhone. So Georgia State worked for me. I could walk home if I wanted to. I could get on the shuttle. I was still at home with my mom. Now, my son, my husband, my best friend, all. My husband and my best friend graduated from Clark. My son is at Albany State. That HBCU experience that I've gotten from them, I have to say, if I could do it over again, I just may. But it is what you make it.
What you make?
My son was very much sheltered. He knew Stockbridge, Henry County. Now, he's at Albany State like, oh no, mama, this is it. That life you talking about. But it's difficult to relate because Ms. Diop didn't live on campus. So I would get that from Avery, from Kamari, from my friends that did it. I don't understand that. Why are you not in your room at 12 o'clock? I paid for that. That's not how this goes. You know, so you do have to find the balance. When we made it to campus, it felt good to him. When I made it to campus, it felt good to me. When you get there, if it doesn't, let's talk about it. That's why you have me. That's why you have alumni. That's why you have those other people that are on the board and communities and schools is here to assist and support you to make sure that you are successful here and beyond. There is so much more to life after graduation. Let us be a part of that journey. We want to be a part of that journey, but it is your choice. It is your choice, and you must be engaged. Even when you come to me, what do I say? Have you done my task? There are things you have to do. You can't just come in and start talking. There are things you have to do first. Communities and schools wants that. Any and everything we can do to make you successful, we're going to do, but you gotta do the work too. Okay?
And I will say one more thing. It is okay to be uncomfortable. Like, you ain't supposed to be comfortable automatically. You gotta be uncomfortable in life to get to where you wanna be. You can't just be comfortable, because if you're comfortable all your life, you can't go elevate. It's okay to be uncomfortable in college. So if it ain't going right the first semester, at least give it a chance the next semester. Don't just try to hurry up and leave.
I did think about it, just made me think about it. I did have that time freshman year in the dorm. I stayed on campus after my freshman year. In that dorm, calling home every weekend for some money. That wasn't me. And I called my dad, hit him with I'm gonna come home. He like, why? I said, I'm gonna try. I had to try for the grades that spring. I said, I'm just gonna try. I'll make the team. He said, no, you're not. Well, he wasn't saying, no, you're not coming home. He told me I wasn't gonna make the team. And I was like, what? So he like, stay there. Like, cause you're not gonna make it. I was like, I stayed because I was just tired of really asking for money. That was the thing. Like, but back then, you see me $100, I'm straight. $100 now, it's like nothing. But you see me $100, we good for the week. Me and my friends. You know, but again, so I did have that time where I'm like, I'm gonna come home. My dad like, you ain't gonna make it. Try it, you ain't gonna make it. And when he told me, I'm thinking like, no, I think he was saying no if I coming home. He was like, nah, you ain't gonna make the team. And I'm just like, dang, dad told me that. I stayed, and like I said, I had a great experience playing college baseball. We were the 1%. 1% of high school athletes go to college and play. Well, let me just say, well, yeah, go to college and be a college athlete. 1% in the world. We're a part of that 1%. It might be about 2 now. Might be about 2, but still. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Okay, my great people, remember what I said at the top of this session.
Who need to do FAFSA? So, you need to FAFSA.
Who has their FAFSA ID completed already?
But y'all haven't done the
They
application.
haven't done the application.
All right, so, let me tell you this. Far as Park, now, and I can reach out to her, Far as Park is having theirs, we just did our student session yesterday, they're having their parent session on the 8th. And I might just go over there. Yeah, I did. Now, if you go to Penn College now and look at it, have you seen, you must have been on tour, so, have you seen?
No, I haven't, girl, I just looked at the time.
So I'm saying, it's gonna be transparent.
No, because it's like, it's
You know
like
what
a
I mean?
soft launch, so basically, it's only open for periods of the day, because it's not
Yeah,
supposed to
it's
open
gonna
every
be
single
expensive.
day. So if you got in while it was open, you could get it to come out. Okay. Because I had to learn, I thought it was
Pain to be you, red, and I bet. That's gonna be you, I am. I got scarred yesterday, I'm ready, that's what I am.